You guys don't know how many nights I've dreamed of just walking up and down Nassau Road, the street formerly known as Nassau Road. You know?
The street formerly known as Nassau Road honors the great Dr. J, retired Basketball Hall of Famer, NBA legend Julius Erving.
I learned while I was living on this block right here. And to be here again makes me think about my mom, who's passed on, and my stepfather.
The street dedication in 2008 from Nassau Road to Julius W. Erving Avenue is the highlight of the film Land of the Legendary Roosevelt, Strong Island, New York, by producer Harris HAITH.
Doc is the icon of all icons, you know, Mr. Roosevelt. You'll see probably some pictures in the documentary of Chuck D wearing Doc's jersey when he played for the New Jersey Nets. So that's the type of admiration that we have for Doc. And he's a real person. Julius is a real guy.
I didn't know that Dr. J was from Roosevelt. You know, once I heard that, I mean, I was just like, wow, that's deep. Because he was like legendary all over the world. It's like there's only one. He was like before Jordan's time. So that's like Dr. J. You hear Dr. J, then Jordan. So it was just intrigued me that he was from there because I never knew.
For many people, you know, we look at Roosevelt as always kind of being a black community.
Right.
Initially, at the turn of the century, it was largely Polish, Italian, and I think at one point there was also a large population of Jewish citizens also here in Roosevelt.
The film, according to Harris, a native of Roosevelt, needed to be told. With what most consider a community under siege, an inspirational film regarding its homegrown success stories may change the perception of his beloved quaint hamlet.
It's been talked about for a long time. A long time. People have said there needs to be a documentary highlighting, you know, this little 1 square mile in circumference town that has generated all of these people with enormous success in sports and entertainment, all different fields of business. And it just got to the point where I felt like because I had the capability, I couldn't stand on the fact that, you know, nobody gave me a budget. I'm a production company, I can get it done, so I'm going to do it. Roosevelt, I think now the population is like 17,000. It's between 17 and 20,000 people. It's a very small community that has generated all of these people that have ascended to the world stage in different areas of business and sports and so forth. So that was, you know, the importance of it to me. I had to make sure that that was highlighted because I knew that nobody else would do it. When you talk about Eddie Murphy, Charlie Murphy, you talk about Julius Erving, and you know all of these different people, it's not like, you know, they had the same advantage that, you know, most of America has. You know, they had to really aspire to be something in order to get where they are.
From the fabulous vocalist Carolyn Harding to Steve Mills, president of the New York Knicks.
The benefit I have from growing up here is that I can have a conversation like I did last night with Carmelo Anthony.
Roosevelt boasts positive influences and successes.
Steve and I, you know, grew up, and like I said, we played bitty basketball together, and it was imperative to me to get Steve in here so that people could, you know, you see him in the paper as a flash or on TV, you know, at a press conference, but you don't really know who he is. You just see him every once in a while. And I wanted to make it my business to let, you know, the world know that you're looking at, when you talk about Steve Mills, you're talking about the first black president of Madison Square Garden. You're talking about the first black president of the New York Knicks. You're talking about the first black general manager of the New York Knicks. Nobody has ascended to those levels in the National Basketball Association as a black person, as a black man or woman.
For those who have viewed the film, they praise the significance to Long Island.
Unfortunately, when you hear Roosevelt, you always hear about violence and stuff to that nature. So now we just want to show people, I guess he wanted to show people what else comes from Roosevelt, you know, in a positive light, because realistically, if you're growing up in Roosevelt and you're around this negativity, you might feel the need to just fall into it. So now this is kind of giving them something to look forward to. Oh, Eddie Murphy made it, Dr. J made it, Howard Stern's made it. It kind of gives them a little more momentum to say, you know what, they went through the same thing I went through, and look at them. So why can't I?
You guys don't know how many nights I've dreamed of just walking up and down Nassau Road, the street formerly known as Nassau Road.
For Push Pause in Roosevelt, this is Archie Snowden.
Walking in and out, weaving, bobbing, or whatever, just trying to get to this destination right here.